I was able to quit within the first 2 weeks getting ads started, quit that job, and came on and went back to full-time doing this. For myself, I've paid down so much of my debt. I was like $25,000 in debt. If you're going to join this program, it is going to change your life.
What's up, guys? I'm here with my videographer client, Jacob, and in his first 30 days, he was able to collect $26,000 using the hybrid method, which is local ads and high quality content, helping service businesses take over in their city. And guys, if you want to get results just like that, you need to tune in and hear from the man himself. And so Jacob, what's up, man? How's it going?
Hey, it's going good. How are you, Boris?
I'm doing amazing, man. So how did it feel making $26,000? And this is, guys, we're not talking about contractor. We're talking about collected in his Stripe account, going to his bank account. How'd that feel making that kind of money your first month implementing this high ticket offer?
So it's like one of those things, and it's funny now. I say my clients, I see do the same thing. You think, oh, I'll get this working and up here in about a month or two, and it'll be really collecting. No, dude, it's like you flip on a switch, and suddenly all of your problems you had with not getting people raising their hand interest in what you do just melt away immediately. Like it actually, still looking back on it, it's like. I mean, I've done a lot of this too, so it was incredible, man. Like, it changed I think I told you multiple times, there's multiple comments I put on your ads and everything else when I still get served them. This changed my life in a really big way, like right away. So.
yeah, that's amazing, man. You're right. It was like a light switch, right? Day one or like week one, you launch an ad, have leads coming your way, you have the offer, and so now that you've been in the process for a little bit and have had leads coming your way and closed deals and made a ton of money in the last 3 months working together, what would you say to someone that is like, dude, they're scared of local ads? Because you're right, you turn them on and they just like leads started coming in. What would you say to someone that's like, local ads don't work for videographers? What would you say to them?
Here's the thing. Local ads 100% work for videographers, but the truth is our offer sucks, our packages suck, and the people we try and go after suck. Like, Let's be real. You can't be going to a coffee shop like I used to think I wanted to do. I want to work in the coffee niche. Dude, it's going to take, if you want to make any money from them, it's going to take them like thousands of cups of coffee to pay you off, and it's not a no-brainer for them. This offer is a no-brainer, so the ads alone are going to bring in a crap ton of people, and you're going to basically your pick of the litter of who you actually want to work with. Because there have been few people that have been perfectly, like Boris, I think I've talked about this in our course, there have been people who have been perfectly qualified, and I just don't feel like working with them. Like, and I don't think that if ads didn't work for videographers, I don't think I'd be able to say that and be able to do that. I can now pick and choose who I work with. If I really want someone to work with somebody, I take them. If I get a bad mentality thing, but they're $1 million industry in town, I can say no to them. Like, that freedom is another part of this that comes into understanding that this works too well. It's spooky how well it works.
No, you're 100% right, man. People are going to start seeing all these client interviews on my YouTube, all the client wins on stories, and they're like, dude, there's no way this happens. Mm-hmm. And so there's so many people just like Jacob that have implemented this and made $20, $30, $40, $50,000 a month with their videography offer. But I do want to touch on that. You said you get to pick the people you get to work with. So most videographers, they just like take on any job they can get, like any $500 one-off shoot, and they're just burnt out. How's it like? Can you explain that for people? What's it feel like being able to like pick and choose who you want to actually work with and take on? And you don't need to take money from everyone because you have so many leads coming in every single day.
Yeah, so I think this is it, right? Is videographers, because we are constantly in this kind of feast or famine mode, aren't we? Which a lot of business owners are in, so it's not uncommon for anyone. But when you figure out top of funnel acquisition, like you've basically figured out for me, and me trying this multiple times, I've had top of funnel acquisition figured out before to an extent, or I thought I did. But it's nothing like this, because the truth is, when you know confidently that in the next week, you're going to have like 5+ quality, in my case, in-person now meetings. I've embraced the in-person meetings, why I close, I think, as well as I do now. In front of you, they're qualified people that if they give you bad vibes or whatever, you can totally be comfortable not giving them the offer. It's life-changing, dude, because nothing's worse than getting with that client that's just a pain in the absolute, and you don't even really want to deal with them anymore because they whine about the edits. They want everything to be so particular. if you detect that person at the head and you don't want to help and you don't want to take them on, you have that option because there's a million other people in line qualified waiting for you. Like, that's the best way I can explain it in a long way.
No, that's freaking perfect. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right, guys. And like, that's what happens when you have two things, right? The right offer, which actually gets businesses an ROI, which we're about to dive into, and a way to get leads every single day. And the way we onboard our clients, like I just got done with an onboarding call, is we script clients' ad. We help them create the audience. We help them launch the ad. We help them convert those leads, and then we help them script their clients' ads when you close a deal. So like we help you every step of the way. So how's it been, Jacob, like having this, our team, me, Dan, Tyler, Ben, how's it been having our team have your back with you helping you get your clients' results?
Yeah, so I will say that for the person that is smart and moves forward and decides to work with Boris, this is where I neglected, I think, most the first couple months. I didn't utilize, like getting on one-to-one with Tyler and Dan. And since the last month or so, I've been doing that. It's been amazing. All the team you've got here are great people, and they are A players. You picked them for a reason. It's been so great being able to be like, look, I can't seem to get this closed down. I can't seem to do that. And I've seen other people in the group too that were even in it for a while. We're struggling with this, and I just see Ben just nail it out and help me, help them, absolutely crush it in the sales department, which is the hardest part for all of us. Let's be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we want to just go shoot videos and do that typically.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the fact that you're able to help every single aspect of this, and it's not like one of those things too where you're just being told what to do, so you're never really going to grow as a marketer or grow into being a marketer. You guys make sure you educate us on why you made these changes. When, for example, I write you a script for a client and send it over, or one of my own scripts and send it over, it helps give me an understanding of how to be a better marketer, how to be a better salesperson, whatever it is. Like, it's I don't know. I feel like I'm tangenting at this point. There's just so many silos where you guys just come in and help and give me that support that I need. That if I just had the ad and even had the setting structure, I still don't think I'd be able to make it succeed without everything you guys have in together. If that makes sense. Like, it's super important. So for all of you watching and going like, oh, I'm gonna figure it out my own and blah blah blah, good luck. I was one of those people.
Dude, we get dozens of people every single year that are like, hey, I've been watching all your YouTube videos. I figured it out. And then they don't make any money. And yes, I give a lot of value on my YouTube. Yes, I provide like the next steps, but there are so many missing pieces that you don't know about. Like, you don't know what you don't know. And another thing, every videographer we've met that has good intentions, you guys care about getting your clients results. Like, you guys care so much about helping your clients win. And with just content packages, clients never win. So Jacob, how does it feel having clients actually get results with this local ad strategy?
I can personally say that, like, I remember that I think some of the biggest bummers in my career has been this. I make all these videos, the client doesn't utilize them, or they don't utilize them in the right way. Because as a videographer, when you come in, even if you're like, hey, I have a system that's gonna make this work, sometimes the clients just don't listen. But when you come in with this offer, they don't. I have not had one client argue with me about anything at all. Which the reason I bring this up is because it's such an important thing when you look at this, right? Because how many times you out there watching this going, oh, man, if only they had just put that video in the right place and posted it this way instead of this way, it could have got them results. And they don't do it, and it goes in one ear out the other for the client. I've never had that problem anymore since switching to this offer, for one. But for two, I used to stay awake at night. Honestly, I suffered from some serious depression, knowing that, like, for example, I had sold a $10,000 contract to like a manufacturer, and I knew that website was never going to get done because they were so backwards in how they're handling everything. Those videos would be outdated by the time they got on there. Or, trying to reach out to a client to try and document some kind of results and get a testimonial, and all you can get is, he was a pleasure to work with. And it's the most horrible testimonial on the planet. And the funny thing is, even if you direct them and try and get some depth of testimonial, dude, without having ads in a way to track and have KPIs that basically say like, no, this guy made me a boatload of money. It absolutely depress the crap out of me, because I would have clients that I've clearly made millions of dollars for just refuse to give numbers and refuse to give testimony to what I did. And it just kept me stuck further, because once you have that client success, everything changes for you right away. So it's helped me on the professional side not get out of my depression stupor that I was in for a long time. I mean, I've lost weight and everything from this program, I swear to God, because I'm not suffering all the time, terrified that I'm going to be forced to sell a lemon to somebody because they're not going to listen at the stage of utilization. For this offer, the clients listen. Like, I have not had a problem yet with one that just is not listening. So, and you get them results that change lives. Like, we took someone this corporate America, wrecked her Instagram account, and now she went from zero, started a new Instagram for this offer. We've made her well over $10,000, almost $15,000 in the first month off of very little ad spend. And then on top of that, it's changed her life so much that it's improved her mental health, everything, because she was in the corporate America space, got completely burnt out by it. And, she's been a wonderful customer testimonial to have for my work. And I feel proud every day of what I do because of that. I know it's long-winded there, but there's a lot.
No, I love it. Thank you. Thank you for explaining that. So people and that's the point. You videographers, you're staying up late at night worried that you're not going to get clients results. And when they ask you, what kind of return am I going to get with this? You kind of freeze up and you have no real answer. And so that keeps you stuck. Unless you have an offer that gets them an ROI, you're going to be stuck. And one thing you said, Jacob, was there's clients that you were working with and they just wouldn't do things. They wouldn't value your opinion. And the problem with that is guys, if you're just a videographer that sells content, clients look at you they look down at you. They're like, dude, where's my revisions? Where's my stuff, you peasant? They literally look down at you. Now it's they look at you as an equal, someone that has one aligned goal, which is to help them take their business to the next level. And that's why you get paid so much more. And that's why you retain clients for way longer. And so, dude, Jacob, this has been amazing. What would you say to some people that are on the fence? They've been watching my YouTube. They've been watching my stories and watching my content. They've been watching you. They've been seeing all the client wins. Mm-hmm. And what would you say to them? And they're just they're just scared. They're scared to bet on themselves. What would you say to them?
I was you. And, I think that I'm the type of person that takes a credit card, freezes in a block of ice, and watches it thaw before I make a purchase. I am so glad I didn't do that here. And I was not an easy sell for this program, in the sense of I knew for a fact I needed it. There was no question in my mind, but I'd already been through so many programs. I don't want to name who they were, but I've spent, 5,000 times 2 on multiple programs trying to get things going. If you're watching this and you've been there and you've done that, first off, understand this. If you're going to join this program, it is going to change your life. And yes, will it bring you freedom? Of course, but you're going to have to work for it, dude. I've had to work and learn a whole new set of skills that thankfully this dude and his team have been coaching me on. I don't have to go out and shoot the videos anymore. I don't have to do the DMs anymore. I don't have to do a lot of things in my business because I followed the course. So if you are on the fence and, the first thing you do is get on the call, just take that action, get yourself in the right direction. But also understand that there's going to be a way for you to probably join this. As long as you are truly good at what you do, you truly have the care and the compassion to help other business owners, that's been my biggest surprises. I thought I'd hate working for local service businesses. I actually feel more fulfilled working with them ever before. So if you have the desire to do great work, fulfill for your clients in a way that nobody else in your city will, and understand that your life is going to change very fast. It changed very fast for me. I'll be honest with you, at the time, I had a part-time job at a restaurant. I was too ashamed to admit it when I was on the call with Ben and everything when I first came in. I was working almost full-time at a restaurant as well as doing my business. I was struggling so hard. I was able to quit within the first 2 weeks getting ads started. I quit my job. I quit that job and came on and went back to full-time doing this. So there's no excuse why you can't get into this and get started. The only thing that's stopping you is yourself And, the lie you're telling yourself that there's no way this is going to work. Because I'll be honest with you, it sounds almost too good to work, but it does.
Wow. I appreciate that. I had a mic drop for sure. So let me pick up that mic. And I want to ask you one final question. How does it feel making a lot more money? Like $25,000, $26,000 a month. Like you went from working a job at a restaurant that you hated to, in the first 3 months, getting to $20,000 a month consistently and maintaining at $20,000 a month and beyond. What were you able to do for your family? What were you able to do for yourself? Like, how did it feel to make that kind of money?
Okay, so here's the other part. I wasn't always full-time at restaurants. About a year and a half, I was stuck there because the business, I even when I was having 20K months, it was so infrequent that I would make 20K a month, but I would lose like 15K of it paying off all the debt I had to leverage to survive the last few months sometimes. It was horrible. Immediately when this started working, I realized that part of what I need to do is hedge my bets, I guess, and heighten up the tension and needs. So, right away, I bought my grandfather, my dad, and I all tickets to Paul McCartney. They were like $2,000-$3,000 tickets, and I bought those straight away within the first two closes because I realized at that point that life was about to change. I was able to pay for my, a huge chunk of our family trip. It would have been the differentiating point of us not going or not, to Gatlinburg as well. I'm taking them to Disney World coming up, which, I'm looking for like a 15K, like, let's really ball Disney trip. And then, for myself, I've paid down so much of my debt. I was like $25,000 in debt, which isn't really a lot when we look at like student loans and stuff like that. But when that's all credit card debt, that adds up, man. It wasn't the 125 I know you had, Boris, but like 25K to me is scary as crap. I come from a poor family. That's a lot of money. And it's also changed my complete mentality on money and what I can do and achieve. You don't know what you don't know, guys. And once you come in here and you get this going, wow. There's just so much more you can do for yourself and your family. And that's been the best part about this.
Yeah, you're so much more abundant. You're so much like your energy's different. You're not living in scarcity mode. You're feast and famine cycle. And yeah, man, it's absolutely amazing. You're taking care of your family. And like when you just said, oh, like I want to ball out and do a 15K trip for my family and go to Disney World, right? Like, dude, when you actually think about it, that's 2 deals for you.
That's it. That's 2 deals, man. I'm glad you said it because I was gonna actually add that as a tagline at the end. Yeah, it's just 2 deals.
Dude, let's go. I love it, man. So Jacob, this has been absolutely amazing. Is there any final words that you want to say for the awesome people that are watching my videos?
Dude, just trust Boris. I've had a few coaches. This is the thing you gotta realize. What's great about Boris is he's this lovable, sweet guy, but he's just totally not scared to just tell you how it is. And I think that's what we need. There's so many sugarcoaters in this world anymore. And I'll tell you what, if anyone's willing to sugarcoat things for you in a coaching program, just get out of there, man. Seriously. That's what I love most about Boris. He is not scared at all to tell you how it is. So just listen to the guy. He's got it dialed in. He knows how to fix our problems that we have. And the best part is he's got such a unique perspective on it coming from somebody that actually wasn't a videographer. And that's what we really need. We need an outside perspective that also understands our world to break us free. This is the guy for you.
100%. 100%. Yeah, guys, like I've never been a videographer, but I scaled a content agency to 100K a month. And so I understand that retention is everything. And when your clients leave after a couple months because they're not getting results, you need to shift your offer. You need to find a way to get them real results. And so this was an amazing interview. And guys, if you want results like Jacob, and you want to make $26,000 your first month, and you want to scale, and you want to change lives, and you want to start making more money and a bigger impact, then book in a call down below, and we'll give you a full breakdown. We'll give you a ton of value, and we'll see you on the next one.